Howdy folks, and welcome back to She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Today we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 3, which is titled Signals. And folks, I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm not feeling the best today. But you know, I have to make the decision. Am I going to feel worse tomorrow? Do I just record today when I'm like at 90% maybe 85%, or risk feeling worse tomorrow and then not being able to record? Such is the quandary of a content creator here on YouTube. But I don't think I'm 100% getting sick. I think it's just lack of sleep. I think I just need a really good night's sleep. But you know, I'm hoping that She-Ra is going to be something real good, nice and easy for me to record. As we're getting close to the middle of Season 2, which feels wild because this is only Episode 3. I got a comment on, as of today, as I'm recording this, the first episode of Season 2 has hit the main feed, and somebody left a comment basically saying that in an interview or something, ND Stevenson said something to the tune of Netflix kind of reserved the right to cut seasons in half if they wanted to kind of cut down on the break between seasons. I don't think this show particularly had long breaks between seasons. But I can also understand like more consistent drops being, you know, something that Netflix wants. So it doesn't affect the show at all, really. So, hey, whatever. It's just, you know, at least for me, it's going to feel really like I'm making really good progress on the show once I start typing Season 3 here. Ooh, I'm getting deep in now. Season 3 out of 5, even though it's still technically part of the second batch of episodes. But regardless, here we are today to watch Season 2, Episode 3, Signals. I don't know what to expect here. I haven't read the blurb. I'm not going to. But if I had to warrant a guess, I'd say something about the watchtower or whatever it was that they repaired last time, you know, might be sending out signals. We know it's already boosting Light Hope's power. Maybe Entrapta kind of realizes, oh, I'm sensing a big spike in First One's tech from this location. And then, you know, sends bots out there, and, you know, Adora has to go back to defend it right after fixing the damn thing. That's just my guess. Who knows if that's... It's probably going to be something completely different. But yeah, we are shaping up nice progression. With the whole Princess Alliance realizing that Entrapta is now working for the Horde. I don't know for how much longer that's going to be a big kind of plot thing until they come to kind of accept the fact that that's happening. But at the very least, it's nice that 2 episodes in, we've gotten them realizing and then them following up on it, which is, you know, a nice pacing, I would say, as far as things go. So, hey, I'm going to keep this relatively short today. Let's scooch over here. And hope that this episode is less annoying than the last one. I think that last one might be my least favorite episode of the show so far, which is good that it wasn't like one of the first couple episodes, whereas I record it, it's one of the first things I watch. I'm like, oh no, does this show suck actually? This one came highly recommended. Does it suck? No. I'm now, that was like the 15th episode of the show, so I'm like, I know the show doesn't suck. We just got a bit of a rough one there, folks. And it was, you know, 100% because of Swift Wind. Congratulations, Mermista. You're moving up in the rankings just because other characters are moving down. But hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching me watch this thing, as I like to say. Do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this episode, of Season 2 so far, of the reaction, anything you want to tell me. And if you want to see this or any other episode of She-Ra uncut, if you want to be a little early on the next one or next couple, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description below. And now, without further ado, I feel like those last couple sentences were like one breath that I did them in. Let us get started with She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 2, Episode 3. I lost my train of thought for a second. Signals, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. And since I never know what to say during this little bit, I feel like I've run dry of the previously on kind of things. Throat coat tea, because I am feeling a little rough today. Hordak.
Finally.
So I don't know if I've ever said anything to this tune before. Wait, finally what? Signals from space? Anyway. Turning darkness to light. I don't know how that is. I reserve the right to do additional takes of these lines if I don't like how they turned out. I'll listen to the line that I sang in editing and see if it worked out.
Shadow Weaver messed with her mind. She must have, right?
I don't know. She seemed normal when we talked to her.
Oh, Adora doesn't even know that Shadow Weaver's like out of commission, does she?
Magic and tech aren't totally separate things. Entrapta is one of the only people who really understands that.
Also, somebody left a comment, I think, saying that the way Entrapta can control her hair is like nanotech. Basically, nanobots in her hair that I guess are melded to her mind, to where she can just kind of do that. So it's not magic. Ah, you again.
In a sec. Comrades, I spotted buildings ahead. The outpost is close.
Thanks.
Entrapta made her decision.
Yeah, hold on. Just real quick. Just seeing Glimmer like kind of do the Arthur like fist clenching at the hip kind of thing. I forgot to notice. I don't know how much I actually talked about it in the last one, but kind of seeing Glimmer kind of go a little over the edge as far as wanting to be violent with Catra. I'm wondering if, I know I mentioned at the end of season 1, what if she did make some kind of a connection with the Black Garnet? What if we kind of get a dark Glimmer going on a little bit? What if this might actually be the start of an arc where she just kind of becomes really bitter and vengeful, and we kind of do get a bit of a dark Glimmer? I don't know. Might be fun. Might be fun. I'd be into that, I think.
We lost all contact with the farming outpost of Alwin a week ago. The horde hasn't been reported in the area, but we can't be too careful. We'll handle this the way we always do.
Brute strength?
Almost dying?
No!
Friendship and teamwork.
By sticking together and never giving up.
That's right, Glimmer.
Best friend Quad to the rescue.
That's right, Bo. Wait, best friend
Because
Quad?
there's 4 of us?
No, Swiftwind does not count. Scorpia's just under the table, just like messing up your experiments. Oh.
Emily, hand me a 6-sided hex driver.
I was gonna say, does Emily even know what that is? Yo, the whole B plot of this episode is just Emily, like, causing a ruckus in the fright zone.
Hello?
Oh.
Lord Hordak?
Force Captain Catra.
Okay, no, he's there.
Lord Hordak, I just thought
It's a
we
nice
should,
touch, like, straightening
you know,
the pin.
touch base, like you used to a Shadow Weaver.
So I'm to understand you've disturbed me for no reason.
Damn.
Not for no reason. The Horde's in a better spot than ever.
Was squandering our advantage while the Whispering Woods regrew part of your plan?
Nope.
Ethereal
Interesting.
atmosphere has proved to be a complicating variable in my experiments.
Okay, so is he trying to do space stuff then?
Remove that variable.
Because he looks nothing like anybody else that we've seen. Is he from space too? Or I say too, but is he just straight up from space?
Pathetic. Just like everything on this backwards planet. Failure is when something ceases to serve a purpose. When that happens, it becomes worthless to me.
I can't describe it. Just weird. What is this place?
Alwin is the rebellion's biggest supplier of, well, supplies.
Oh. It's a Staples.
Incredibly creepy.
Yeah, not very happy.
What?
Sorry, that was me.
Tastes just as good as normal apples.
Please be a poison apple. Please be a poison apple. Please be a poison apple.
I actually don't see anyone. Where are they?
Maybe they're all inside.
I'm getting no signals from inside.
Whatever's going on here, we'll solve it. Nothing gets past us.
I need basically the friendship version of Seahawk to yell, friendship!
Ghosts?
It's just stories.
Like the story of the Weeping Princess? A vengeful spirit who roams Etheria looking for victims. And you know she's coming for you by the sound of weeping right before she strikes.
Oh, I like the campfire, like, light source coming from below to, like, shadow up the face.
Someone's here. I'm sure of it. We have to find them.
They're crying, not weeping. Oh, that is something. I was like that alien walking across the screen in Signs.
Our battalion is refusing to fight because they don't have armor. They've put in, where is it? 6 requests for resupply. Didn't you see these?
Should have gone to that orientation. You would have known that the paperwork is the most important part.
Give them the armor.
Okay. Boy, I'd sure like to do that.
We gotta put
but
in
the
a
armory is out of armor.
yeah, requisitions for more materials, raw materials from elsewhere, right?
How am I supposed to defeat the rebellion when all I do is this stupid busy work? I bet Shadow Weaver didn't have to deal with any of this.
Oh no, she was
These
real
are
good at the
files, so
paperwork.
she probably did.
She probably had a shadow clone that could do it for her.
You're not a prisoner anymore. You don't have to sneak around.
The ducks are faster. and
I'm
I don't
used
have
to it
time
by
for
now.
this. I need a 6-sided
Yo, the
hex
ducks are
driver
faster.
Right now.
Make do with what you have.
Oh, of course I could. odd, but it's the principle. Always use the proper tool for the job.
Damn, this really is the B plot.
Saw one in Hordak's lab.
Oh,
I know you're new to the freight zone. Under no circumstances.
smash cut to
you
them
go
just like
anywhere
laughing and like
near
having beers together.
Hordak's sanctum.
Ooh, he calls his lab a sanctum. Oh, that is so clever.
I was gonna say, she'd be so into that.
Stay away from Hordak. Promise.
Okay.
Ooh, what if Entrapta gets bumped up to like second in command or something?
Oh, okay. So the
Oh,
armory
Scorpia.
can't make more armor because they're out of the shiny stuff that they need to make armor.
Thank you. I love this terrible group of idiots. I think I like this group more than, like, as a whole, I think I like them more than Adora, Bo, and Glimmer.
On 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I was just looking at Glimmer just, like, shaking her,
Food is cold. Whoever lives here left in a hurry, but it was a while ago.
Interesting.
This is just like the story of the headless princess.
Oh, stop,
She stalks
Adora.
the night, pulling people out of their beds.
To look for her own head. Nope, false alarm. Oh, God.
Sorry, I don't like being out here by myself.
Fuck off, Swiftwind. Maybe we should get Catra teaming up with Swiftwind so they can suck together.
Hey guys!
Sorry.
Well, that one was very obviously Bo. You should expect
Does that look familiar to you?
loud
sure.
noises from that
Maybe
guy. You have a story for that one, Adora?
This place is weird. Like the lair of the undead princess.
Oh, of course she
Lure
does.
soldiers to their doom.
We have to get to the bottom of this.
I do like the design on that thing, whatever it is. Just the tiny little glimpses that we've gotten.
I shouldn't do it. Or should I? No, I shouldn't.
But for science, I should.
Six-sided hex driver.
Of course, smash cut to her being in there.
Oh.
Oh, how did he not see her? Damn. Hordak comes in. I forgot my 6-sided hex driver. She just goes and like fixes whatever Hordak's thing is like in 2 seconds. He's probably gonna come back in there and she's like, sorry, I got carried away. Oh, there it is. Wait, did they not see it?
It's totally abandoned.
Or no. Oh, okay, hold on. They were looking inside and we saw the reflection. Okay, so that's how they didn't see it. Got it. Little perspective thing. Well-framed shot, I would say. Even if it took me a second to figure out what exactly was happening there.
It's like someone is singing.
I don't hear anything. It's
Oh, the story of the singing princess.
There.
Oh, now they see it.
Someone's there. For the honor of Grayskull!
Okay, finally. The transformation sequences were getting a little annoying to me. So that was a cool way to do it, to kind of like cut and have it happen behind the tree.
Hello. You're blocking my light.
Get out!
I'm almost finished.
Yeah, she is proving her worth to him right after he gave that whole speech to
There will
Catra.
be dire consequences for this flagrant breach of conduct.
You were using uninsulated cables. I replaced them for you. Try it again. It should hold the charge now.
Well, I'll be damned. Now Imp just starts talking like Entrapta. Yeah, there we go.
She was right.
Of course I was right.
Oh, God. I love Entrapta so much.
What are you building that needs so much power?
I mean,
I recognize these forms.
he can't scold her or
You're
anything, right?
experimenting with portals? So, tell me everything!
Portals aren't
I need to know.
They're real, and I'm going to open one.
Interesting.
You are? Can I help you? You could transport troops and weapons from one side of the
More like
planet
more
to
of
the
his own
other.
race,
You
right?
think too small.
Yeah.
Surprising. You can't begin to understand the potential a device of this nature will possess.
Or is he trying to get this planet out of this zone? What if he's actually the good guy here?
There are countless galaxies filled with countless other worlds. Etheria is the only planet I've ever encountered that does not seem to understand that.
Interesting.
Other planets?
You're an alien!
I've contacted every mine under Horde control, but none of them have the material to make more armor.
Shadow Weaver, you will be my secretary.
The material you seek comes from the foundry.
You need
right
the
here in
red
the friend
form.
Zone. Being me isn't quite what you imagined, is it?
It's a lot more clerical, which is interesting because she's a sorceress. Hey, that's a D&D joke.
Maybe Hordak didn't trust you, but he trusts me.
Ooh,
plenty.
the narrowing of the eyes right there. I'm surprised she didn't just turn around and be like, what was that? And just like swing and like just cleave Glimmer in twain.
Run!
What the hell is it? Oh, is it everybody from the town? Did they get dimension shifted?
I can handle the Horde. I can't handle this.
Somebody calls Zach Baggins. We need him. I never thought I'd say this, but we need him. Are they trying to wave like, hey, help us?
No!
This place, it's a First One's ruin. They're holograms.
Aw, she's waving.
That's what I said.
If we had some First One's tech, we could generate even more voltage.
You have some, right?
I'm sorry, Lord Hordak. Entrapta is still new here. I promise she will never bother you again.
You are the one bothering me, Force Captain. I am working with Entrapta's assistance.
Interesting. A little rift in the other best friend trio.
I'm guessing this outpost is built on some kind of First One's communication hub. When the Black Garnet disrupted the planet, it must have caused the hub to power up.
So, these are first ones?
Yo, you should help probably,
Yeah,
She-Ra.
why?
I've been thinking of them as these big epic figures, but they're
just
regular people.
Unless they're not. Once we get to see the full thing, they're actually horrifying looking.
Mara did to the planet.
And that's like, I think 3 episodes in a row we've mentioned Mara. She seems like she's going to play a much bigger role. I don't know if that's just like a driving force for now for Adora.
Now that the antenna is powered down, everything should be back to normal. It's
Oh,
that message again. It looks like First One's writing.
If it is first one's writing, I can't read it.
You said it yourself, Bo.
Bring it to Light Hope.
Dad must be broken.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
That must be it.
Or whatever Hordak's doing is... Hello? This is new. What are we about to see in here? I don't know what to make of this. Okay. Well, that was a much more interesting episode than the last one. That was... Ooh. All right. Trying to figure out where to begin here. Okay, so first of all, on the Horde side, I really like the development here. Like, yes, I feel like all of season 1 was kind of establishing like that Horde trio of Catra, Scorpia, and Entrapta. You know, by the end of it, right? We kind of figured, oh, that's our big kind of trio group that we're gonna kind of be squaring up with Adora, Bo, and Glimmer, right? And now to see Entrapta already, just after a couple episodes of this, like now, like essentially sneaking off and betraying the rest of the group, kind of. She seems to have like a new calling. Like, I could see Catra becoming kind of jealous, is saying like, well, I'm the Force Captain, but now she's proving herself more valuable to Hordak, especially after that conversation they had at the beginning of the episode. I think that's really interesting. So I definitely, that rift is forming there. Scorpia, I think, is too dumb to like care. She just doesn't want to see her best friends fighting with each other, and that's probably what it's going to lead to. I wonder if Catra is going to go to Shadow Weaver and be like, I need you to stop Entrapta. I need you to don't kill her, but do something to her to like bring her down a peg, kind of. Like, I could maybe see that happening as well. Like, Catra, after all this, like, you know, this is now the second time this season she's visited Shadow Weaver in the prison cell. First, just to gloat to her. Second, to say, like, I don't know what I'm doing with all the paperwork stuff. Now, I could see the third time her going back saying, like, hey, I need your help. I'm desperate, kind of thing. I feel like I'm about to be fired or let go, or even worse, put in a prison cell just like you. I can get you out of here if you help me, kind of, so to speak. So that's a really interesting dynamic. And I was just already saying that, like, I love this group of idiots here in the Horde. Catra, who just can't like do anything right, even though she tries so hard and everything. And then just like Scorpia, who's the biggest idiot, and like Entrapta, who's just Entrapta, and it's just a delight. I love them, and I love that so quickly after kind of establishing them as a trio, we're already breaking that. I like that. I like that a lot. And then I enjoyed like the kind of creepy horror kind of aspect. It kind of reminded me of, and I know I've made the comparisons to Avatar a bunch, but there's a couple episodes like, what is it, The White Lady, I think, where there's like a spirit that's walking around at night. Like, forgot if she was like helping people or like whatever, but then I won't spoil the outcome of that episode. But it kind of reminded me of that, just with fewer people around. Also a little bit of the Puppet Master episode. What was it, in book 3 of Avatar? The bloodbending teacher. With some of the creepiness going on there. It's just a good kind of horror atmosphere that I just kind of really like. With Adora mentioning the story of the Headless Princess, I went to Sleepy Hollow last year. We went to New York for a wedding, flew into New York City, and then took a train up to, I forgot where the stop was, but we essentially drove to Sleepy Hollow and saw the kind of Headless Horseman stuff. It's like a huge thing for that town. Like, that's like they play into that story like really, really well. We saw the gravesite of the guy who wrote the story, and they have just a whole lot of Headless Horseman stuff there. So it kind of made me think of that, just that whole kind of creepy, misty forest kind of stuff where you don't really know what's going to jump out at you. I liked it. It was resolved kind of neatly and cleanly, like a lot of things tend to be. But with whatever we saw, wherever we saw it, with the episode called Signals, there's Hordak who's trying to do his thing with the signals, and then the first one, Signals. Once again, we get the parallel with the two groups, right? With Hordak talking about all the space travel stuff, I'm starting to think, I know I mentioned in the first couple episodes that what if there's like a third threat that comes down, and we kind of need the Horde and Resistance princess sides to kind of come together. What if it's Hordak who's like trying to bring his race down, kind of like Thanos in the Marvel movies? Once again, just one of the easiest comparisons I can make. How he was trying to conquer worlds and had his like kind of group and all of his stuff that he essentially was just trying to conquer worlds with, right? So what if, like, I know that and to bring Mara into this again, because they've been mentioning Mara a lot, that she got the planet essentially stuck in like this unknown like void zone of the galaxy or something like that. So I could definitely see Hordak trying to like signal, say, hey, I'm here, come get me, let's conquer this planet, get me out of here, and move on to like conquering more shit. I don't know how long he's been in Etheria. I don't know if he's technically 1,000 years old. I would hope that he would have achieved his goals by 1,000 years, but we'll see. That's what I got right now. And like I said, whatever we saw, wherever we saw it, more first one stuff. That desert kind of area is nothing we've ever seen before. So I'm really curious to know when we're gonna go there and when we're gonna see more of it and what exactly is gonna be waiting for us there, because that was definitely a first one's ruin, because I noticed that the kind of door looking thing that we've seen at the beacon and some of the other first one stuff we've seen. So I don't know, all interesting stuff here to kind of carry things forward after the first episode being just kind of a character piece kind of thing, and then the second one being just a bit of an annoying episode. We finally got like a whole lot of stuff to kind of like glom onto here and to think about and to theorize about and to, keep in our minds going forward in the show. And that's a mark of a good episode, I think. So definitely a step up from last time. Definitely a better episode than episode 1 of season 2. So I'm happy today, folks. Hey, I hope you like this episode too. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know what you thought of it in the episode down in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like on your way out. And with all that being said, I'll catch you next time for the next episode of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Take it easy, everybody.